Sit back and take a ride. Take a ride. Pink panties coming to your life. To your life. Sisters coming to your life. Come, catch a vibe. Let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride. Come on, let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride. Yeah. Sisters, we the family. Love, Crystal and TT. Yeah. Fallon, that's me. Come, catch a vibe. Let's ride. Alright. Yeah. Come on, let's ride.
If you, going back to this time machine thing, if you could get a do-over and say, I don't even remember how you met Dre. Was it at work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Say you never got that job. Mm-hmm. Or I think you also met Ricky at work. So say you never went to work at Ashurion. And like you say, me and Delana never went out that night and maybe never met Terrence. If you could do it all over, would you do it and meet the same person and choose the same partner?
I would. Why are you laughing? I would, because I can appreciate the fact that we were friends first before we got into a relationship. So I think that if we would have never been friends and we just got into a relationship and I found out like, oh, this is how this person is. No, like we about to break up. I'm not gonna do this. But because of the fact that we were friends and I knew the kind of person that he was, I think that's what helped the relationship, was being friends first.
That's a tricky question. There's things that I would do differently. Because again, me and him, in my eyes, we were friends for a long time. But being friends and being in a relationship is different. So I think the one thing that I would do differently would be not get married so soon. I think I would have allowed us to live together first, and just get to know each other in a relationship sense before getting married. I think that's what I would do differently.
Me, I don't know if I would do anything differently. I would maybe given us a little more time away from the family before we got married, maybe. Because we lived together for a while before we got married. So it wasn't like we knew each other very well before we got married. I would have definitely waited on children if possible, before. And no, I don't say before getting married, but after getting married, I would have waited if possible. I would have waited at least 3 to 4 years to where we could have been more established together as married couple versus just me and him. But no, other than that, I think me and Terrence, the way that we met, the way that we kind of came together, it was perfect for just me and him. It wouldn't have worked with anybody else. I can say that.
Yeah, and that's like some of the stuff that I think about too, is that, you know, given like, for one, just our family dynamic, I don't know anybody else that would fit in to our family dynamic the way all of our husbands fit in with the family. You know, I've been in relationships before where the person was jealous of how much time I spend with y'all and with the family. And, you know, it was always an argument because, you know, why are you spending so much time with your family? You know, me and your family don't get along. Well, that's not my problem. So looking back at those relationships, it's like, there's no way that would have worked because I'm not giving up the time that I spend with my family for anybody. So because of the fact that he was just the same with his family, you know, he likes spending as much time with his family as I do with mine. And then him coming in and fitting in with our family is why I think that it, like you said, it wouldn't have been anybody else, because anybody else wouldn't have, it wouldn't have worked out.
Well, you gotta be a strong man to be able to deal with a Cleveland girl. Just saying.
It's nothing but women. And it is a blessing that all of the guys do fit in with the family and they all get along with
And they
each
get
other.
along, yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all of them, got a chance to have a relationship with Jerry. And that's definitely a blessing.
And I think we've talked about this before, having a good extended family, because all of the extended family gets along with each other too.
Yeah.
So I think that it was in the cards for all of us.
The extended of the extended, like, not only do you get along with Dre's family, but we get along with Dre's family.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I think it was just in the cards for it to be the way that it turned out for all of us.
Sit back and take a ride. Pink panties coming to your life. Sisters coming to your life. Come, catch a vibe. Let's ride. Come on, let's ride. Yeah. Sisters, we the family. Love, Crystal and TT. Yeah. Fallon, that's me. Come, catch a vibe. Let's ride. Alright. Yeah. Come on, let's ride.